What is up, you guys? Welcome to another Decorate with me. Probably one of the first big ones of the season in this house, and I decided to start with the bar cart. So the very first thing I did naturally was just put everything away, clean up the space, wipe down the bar cart, and then I tried to figure out the concept for this bar cart. And one thing that I promised you guys is that I was not going to look at prior years, and we were going to do things completely differently this year, which is so exciting, but also so wild. And I have way more decorations, so everything is very over the top and chaotic, but I figured the theme of the bar cart would stem from the idea, literally stem, no pun intended, from this idea of the Venus flytraps that I have because I love them. And I got this guy at Michael's, but he just wasn't high enough up off the ground. So I put him in a pot and I tried to figure out like how I could kind of raise him up or just make him look good. So that was a little bit of a journey. We had on some Stranger Things, so it was giving me all of the spooky kind of vibes. One thing that I did was I subbed out my other tray for this Ouija board one, and then I have this light that I got at Target that almost gives me like a spooky speakeasy type of idea, and I love it, especially as a bar cart, so we're going places. Here is what I did. I brought on the skull hands, like the skeleton hands that I have, and some more Venus flytraps, and I put them in these little like science jars, little beakers, and I got those jars at Michael's. They still sell them. These are the cutest little things. Again, very Venus flytrap, very like plant that will eat you. I don't know what my fascination is with that, but I'm here for it. So I took the tags off of all of that and I added those to, I had more of those black plants. I don't know what to call them. They're almost like this like dead, dying moss little stem thing that I just love them. So I have those on the mantle as well. And then I have these black succulents. You can get all these types of things at Michael's, or you can just get regular succulents and paint them black, just spray paint them black. So I had some of those Venus flytraps, and then I had these roses with little teeth in them. And then I had the peace sign skeleton hand, some candles. Things were going well. I added some Ghost Host coasters. Those are part of the Donuts, Dumbbells, and Dreams collection, which I always link for you guys, as well as the sweater I'm wearing in this video. I love that little cherry, as well as the details of the eyeballs. So these are like cat eyeballs, I guess you would call them. And I put those in the glasses. So again, totally different vibe. I figured to match the cauldron that was holding the potted plant, I could do the cauldron that I usually put in the kitchen. I was going to put that on the top tier and fill it with some candies. So I got all these candies at the drugstore the same day that I went for the Hocus Pocus stuff. If you didn't see that video, I will link it down below. That was a fun video. If you guys saw that and you liked it, let me know. To fill up the candies, these little cauldrons are actually quite big. So just a tip, grab some just clear plastic wrap or any clear plastic that you have around the house, like a wrapper of something, and use that as a filler. So I scrunch into a little ball and then I just put the candy on top so it just looks more full and you don't need as much candy. It'll take you a longer way. So I added in just a couple little pieces like this bottle opener, and then it was time to make dinner. And I figured I would make it an epic dinner and share it with you guys. So I had this idea that I could get this muffin tin that is a pretty epic muffin tin, but make pizza with it. So all I needed was some dough, and I was sure as heck not going to make it myself. So I found some Pillsbury stuff that, you know, it's just as good as the real thing. If you're not a baker, I'm not. So that was my base. And then I cut up some salami, some pepperoni, some pizza sauce, some mozzarella cheese. Here's the tip that I will give you. You might think that they're full, fill them more. I wish that I would have done like double of what I stuffed in there, like more cheese, more meats, but that's just how I am. It was still delicious, but you don't want it to be too doughy. So I think I'm gonna make these again and double the cheese and double the meat and just pack it way tighter in there. It can actually hold a lot. So then you kind of top it off with more dough and then you bake it in the oven for about 15, 20 minutes. It doesn't take very long. You can see it as soon as it's browned, you're good to go. So look at how stinking cute these are. Obviously make sure that you grease your pan also because it would suck if their face was like stuck into the pan. I just greased it with some extra virgin olive oil, and there is a full pizza inside of these little guys. So I made 4, that's more than enough for 2 people. And I mean, the tray comes with a set of 6, so you could do that. And then we just mixed a salad on the side and it was perfect for dinner. Look at how ooey gooey amazing this is. Incredible and very spooky. So you could probably do this for a party, and obviously you could stuff these with like a dessert type of situation, like some chocolate chips and whatnot. So we had our Caesar salad on our Hocus Pocus plates, and we poured ourselves a glass of wine, and we finished Harry Potter. So Andre is loving it. We're now on to the second one officially, and he loves it. So yes, to answer your question, we're gonna have to go to Universal Studios. What? So Carl was a part of everything. He definitely wanted some pizza, which obviously no. And one thing we did was add a little bit of dipping sauce on the side. And then once we were done with the movie and dinner, I got back to decorating and I got back to watching Stranger Things, which, by the way, I am now finished the entire series, and I am sad that I now have to wait a really long time to continue watching it. Any other fellow stranger nerds out there? That's what we're gonna call ourselves, stranger nerds. So then I just cut up this like mesh cloth and I draped it around the sides of the bar cart, and it just added a whole other level to it. I forgot that I had these. I had bought these back in August, as we do, and you start kind of collecting things. So I had gotten these 3 ghosts at Michael's back in the summer. I have this little guy that I thought was very dapper and very speakeasy. And then I had these 2 martini glasses. I got these at HomeSense. They're super cute. I have wine glasses just like them. I mean, I wish that I could find more. And then I added, as I always do, the cat eye orbs to the glasses. And then I have this bat that totally reminds me of the bats from Hotel Transylvania. So cute. Love him. And he just kind of like turns on. She's a she, by the way. So the top tier was looking really, really good. I added in a couple straws, a couple stir sticks, just as, you know, extras. And then just to keep with the theme, I had that snow globe. And then I had the countdown to Halloween. I raised up the bat a little bit. That's just a tip. If you need to raise things, just use bowls, different bowls. You can flip the bowl upside down. You can use the bowl straight up. I added in some candles. You can see that I did the raising thing on the snow globe also. And then I had a little succulent behind those candles. I found these eyeballs in like the party section, like the kids' loot bag section of Michael's a couple years ago. And I love them. They're like squishy, but they're perfect to go as like a decoration in a glass because they almost look like the drink is bubbling. I don't know. I feel like it works. So I put my 4 martini glasses on the bottom. I can't put any candy on the bottom shelf because Mr. Dog Carl will eat them. But this is the finished product. I hope that you guys like the look of it. I'm going to take you through as much as I can. Like always, I will link as much as I possibly can on my Like to Know It. It's linked in the bottom, as well as my Amazon shop. And I just link everything that I get. So, I mean, the cauldron totally worked out. Those tiered candles, they're from Michael's. They like sparkle. I have white and black ones also. Love them. And like I said, that light, the boo light, is from Target. Those 2 glasses, they actually rock, those glasses. They were gifts from my parents from a long time ago for our wedding, which I love them. It's just such a vibe. On the second tier, I just put a bunch of black pumpkins, all from Michael's, behind everything. And then those martini glasses with the 3 ghosts. The tray itself is actually from Michael's. And then Jack, it looks like he's holding his own head in that bowl. So Jack is from Disney. The alcohol bottles are alcohol bottles. And the countdown is from Michael's, I think last year, but there is a new one this year and it's really, really cute. And then that pumpkin is from Michael's this year. So I love it. That snow globe is from HomeSense and I got it earlier in the season. This pumpkin dude, which I found another spot for him later on, but amazing. So if you guys liked this, definitely let me know. Give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the bell for notifications and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, dudes.